Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bomber Bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. You're in pain. Scorcher. Punch the ticket. Feeling better. Seems like your mount likes you well enough. That's sure to be useful. Let's see. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience... He'd lie if he claimed it was all good. You changed after your Mooma and Popsy passed, and he understands why you had to leave. The old village being a constant reminder of what happened. Gizmo says he also has re-memories from the long gone. He understands history made Loopa Loopin a big part of your past, your present, and soon, your future. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow. Gizmo understands you still have strong feelings, but urges you to keep them under control. You've witnessed firsthand what it'll lead to.
Yes, that's the way. No arguing with.
Sometimes your gut is flat out wrong.
Don't ever doubt yourself. You are number one.
Even the dark knows you're better than this.
Stick with me. we'll rule the world.
Would like to know if you ever doubt that supposes that's all any of us can do. Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Just seemed impossible till now. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to change things. You were the only chance they had. Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. Figures everyone does. They seem unusually dedicated to finding them. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need... He can't leave the underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone. So you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton... That's what he decided to call it after he saw it for the first time. It's big and fluffy. That's accurate enough. If you can see past the blue color, that is. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. That's the leftover you're looking for. It's like a whole different world down here. Good thing you're not claustrophobic. Whoa, smell that? Biohazard nearby. Don't slip at the end. He says that's enough to get the Mekton functioning. Something he devised to salvage valuables from the ground. There are usually spots hidden beneath puddles of oily goo where you can use the net. He's been working on another project for the Mekton, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, and by that he means the scripts. He says if they're trained right, they'll turn into a distraction. The best way to find scripts is to go talk to Moog. He knows the ins and outs of every breathing thing left alive after the apocalypse. Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture. It's a little feisty and tough critter, a perfect fit for a live ammunition, if you ask him. Does fire even start here? The grease monkey's Mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. In the old world, roads like this really led somewhere. Now, most of them lead to disaster. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to. Don't slip.
Botse. Ilmo. Tiava. Jacques Intan Kakut Tariman Silogo Bartilea Fanish.
This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be...
Und so.
Says a monster hunter hears many things on the wind.
Ever sind.
Moog says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the time comes.
Tudu Baba.
Choosing what to kill and what to spare are the most important decisions you'll make.
Como Tudu Vavazil.
You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your...
Schon und Goga.
It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others.
Kumo Unu Shalafi.
When it comes to monsters, he mostly picks who dies.
Fjodor.
Says it's wild that the world seems to be coming back, but he supposes that means more monsters for him to shoot.
Fjodor.
Wonders why you work so hard to keep things alive. Bullets help thin the herd instead.
Interpadam Faujundu Zeta in Yach.
Says you should give up on working with the stubborn Myriad. He keeps trying.
Vaxa u Interpadal.
Says they keep the monsters away. He needs them closer, not farther.
Uksa u indapadang kale.
But enough of that, right?
Sem uksa u indapadang kale. Cherry la fia.
He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned against us. Instincts of survival took over when the world changed.
Dakadnio umwaka.
He's not sure about their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows what it's done with the chemical composition of their body output.
Why an food le haya zien o waksu?
Right now, though, he feels,
Baran udinama.
says as big as they are, the world is bigger. To find where they are, you need to see where they've been.
Ekaya barafka. Ti
Moog says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monk.
ai arin kashuma tomosakula imapela.
Fortunately for you, he can help. He understands you need to start off with something
Waksandonia ina mahamala tomosakula imapela.
There's no better place to start than a squip cave. Hunting down a couple of these little critters for yourself should keep you...
Khalifav Cairo.
Thinks you have bigger issues than your so-called haunting skills if you're going to nitpick on his grammar. Let's see. Moog says you should go hunt for squips in the cave he gave you. Don't pass out. Keep your breath shallow as a puddle. Feel that power. Looks good. Wait, it's the script hole-up. Place is just filled with critters. Can't rely on technology all the time. Easy for things to hide down here. Once the volatilization from the nuclear waste evaporated, a volatile gas rose through the soil and infested structures, even Toxanol's own buildings. So, in a way, they caused their own death. It's more than a little scary down here. Oh, idea. Go knock the lid off that sludge truck. It'll fill the place up and you can get up to that entrance there. Good thing you're not claustrophobic. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. A Reaper? Do you feel safer or more exposed in the dark? Imagine that. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. He says that's enough scripts to sustain the Mekton's claw crane cannon with infinite ammunition. Well done. It's not his cleanest invention so far, but it gets the job done. Gizmo's made vehicles before to confront the Jumbo Puff himself, but failed. But this time, it's different. The Mekton will be strong enough to do the job. It's time to put a stop to the World Eater now. Otherwise, he fears the damage it's caused to the tree already will be too much. He asks you to not even think about taking on the Jumbo Puff on foot. You'll need the Mekton to do the job. Take his word for it. There's time to improve the Mekton before you confront the Puff. There are more He's sure you remember enough of what he taught you about upcycling to fit some skronky gear to the Mekton on your own. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Says the Tree of Life connects all creation. Thought you were smart enough to know better than to try to save things. Says you should take it easy. You need to help Gizmo defeat the Jumbo Puff before it destroys the West Route. Confesses the hard. Says you should take care. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Thinks it's a good day and is happy you're a... Thinks if you like riding gnotes, you should say thanks to Nocco in the gnote pen. Says Gizmo wants to help if he can. So says you... Gizmo wants to help if he can. The spent nuclear fuel, the toxinol dumped in the surf, had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. What a wonderful day! incoming terminal. Tell it to Gallop. You're injured. Time to ride. Nothing's more important right now than this. You're half dead. A challenge. Supposedly, mounts like that can smell fear. Shop, shop. That's one just over there. Go for it. Knuckle dump. This story is as powerful as you'll let it be.